and we're gonna send it to you. It's free for you for being a loyal viewer. Dennis Morris Jr. We got you. Even though the Panthers have Sam Bradford, so the only winner between them and you is
Hold
you.
on, they
That man
got
said
Cam,
Bradford.
Cam Donald.
He said,
Sam
"I want
Sam
that
Bradford?
Bradford."
That
I
nigga
was
wrestled
like,
after his career. They might got him too. They
Does
might
it
got
matter?
him.
Both of them together still make a sorry quarterback.
They
Does
might
it
got
matter?
him too.
You
Hey.
can add Sam Bowie. It's
That nigga said Sam Bowie.
Sam Cassell. You can get every Sam you ever met. Uncle Sam.
No matter who they grab, they ain't never gonna be better than this man right here.
"Oh God!"
Here we
Until
go.
you do right by that guy.
And exactly, until you do right by this dude right here, ain't nothing gonna go right in Carolina. They still owe Steve Smith and Julius Peppers some love.
Yeah,
so
man.
hey, we'll go ahead and lead the show with that, man. Panthers, not Panthers, but the Patriots cut Cam Newton this morning. I didn't see it coming.
I don't think
nobody saw that coming.
Nobody saw it coming, man. But some people were saying it out there saying, "Hey, man, if Cam's not gonna start, you can't have someone with that type of clout sitting behind a rookie quarterback. You just can't, man. It's kind of embarrassing, and it's not gonna be good for your rookie in that locker room to have somebody that can, kind of split the locker room. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So we'll go ahead and open it up. Tell me why y'all think the Patriots chose to cut him. Where y'all see him going next? Is his career over as a starting quarterback? Give me what your thought is, and then we'll touch on what we think about mac and cheese. That's what they call him. That's what they call him, Mac Jones.
Mac and cheese. I don't think his career is over. I think he has some decisions to make. What he want to do. He want to be a starter, then he may have to wait before he get a starting position. If he want to just play and be a backup, there's a lot of people that take him as a backup right now. So I guess that's some of the decisions he need to make within his own self, what he want to do. Far as like why they cut him, I think people just believe that in the Patriots organization believe that Mac Jones showed enough that if that they feel he can take them to where they want to go in the future. I think
enough like what though?
No, like I said before, man, I don't think Mac Jones right now is a top-notch quarterback, but I think he showed enough poise, he showed enough accuracy that the Patriots see the future in him. And they just thought maybe just go ahead and cut Cam now. Because they like we had said in the Thursday show that when it comes to the end of the year, they're gonna have to make a decision about Cam anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Belichick just said, "Hey, let's just do it now."
Yeah, but the way I see Belichick is a guy like, man, how do we win now? He that type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter
go ahead.
for me,
I
heard them ask Jones, was he gonna did he feel like he was gonna be the starter?
Mm-hmm.
And the way he dodged that question sounded just like Bill Belichick.
Like he knew.
He talked a whole lot, so much. And I was like, yo, he has this personality already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I can kind of understand that. But they said he had 8 preseason drives, and all 8 of them ended in scoring, whether it was a touchdown or a field goal.
Right.
Now, here is the thing that you got to remember about that. He was definitely carving up second, third, fourth, and people that was cut string defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wasn't getting the start like that. In one of the games they played the Eagles, and I don't even think the Eagles knew they was there yet. Like the Eagles,
yeah, that's true.
Like that was hard. Like that was horrible. But outside of that, I understand it lines up with the Patriot way. I think when the news broke, I think I told Melvin, hey, he's better than 10 starting quarterbacks right now. Cam still is better than 10 starting quarterbacks.
Yeah, I give you that.
I send him a list.
The only teams that he can be a backup for And the only teams if I was Cam that I would accept being a backup for is I go play for the Seahawks and back up Russ.
Okay.
I go play for Pittsburgh and back up Big Ben.
Okay.
Hell no. Really?
Yeah.
So you would take Ben? You would take Ben over Cam right now? I'm just asking that question.
Well, he's saying backup. He's saying backup though.
Okay.
I would take Ben because at this point he still got to learn Pittsburgh's offense.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. He got to learn a lot of stuff, man. So he can't come in there and start over Ben. It's not even possible. But guess what? By the time Ben breaks down in week 5 or week 6,
which is inevitable,
right?
Right.
Cam's on the field, right? And for someone like Russell Wilson, he just a huge nice insurance policy. We know what Russ go do, but hey, I don't feel bad backing up this Pro Bowler while he's in his prime. You get what I'm saying?
Why,
but everybody else, nah, man.
If Ben breaks down, why was it a certainty that Ben is going to break down?
Man,
Ben
is geriatric style. He's waiting for the convalescent home.
AJ is a pig's pussy pork.
It is.
Okay, so being an injury is inevitable. Is inevitable. Right? This is what that is.
Hey, Chris said Mac is on a 7 to 8 game leash.
No.
They don't have nobody. They don't have nobody. He ain't no leash now.
No, now that Cam is gone, there is no leash.
There's no leash.
His team.
Right. That's his team.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have.
You don't have a leash now.
That's why Cam is gone, so they can, so ain't nobody breathing down his back for his time. But what Chris is saying is, and I think Corey said this in our group chat. He said Bills go give everything and put everything on his shoulders and see what happens. If he don't like what he sees, as soon as Trey Lance becomes the starter in San Francisco, Jimmy G is coming to New England.
Ooh.
Do you want a set of drums too to make some more noise?
What about this, man? What do you think about Cam going to Houston?
I like that too. But I was just talking about the places he can go and be a backup at.
Well, okay, what about Tennessee for a backup then?
He's similar to Tannehill. He really is.
I would start him in Tennessee. I wouldn't
over
Tannehill.
Tannehill?
Yes.
I don't know about that. And
Tannehill almost made the list. I got 10 quarterbacks he was better than without saying Tannehill. I remember Kirk Cousins. I put Cousins on the list.
Kirk Cousins be finessing. He's stealing money from people.
And Andy Dalton wasn't even on the list because I think Justin Hurd. I'm Justin Hurd.
What's up with your names today, bro?
Hey man, listen.
Hey Lamar, your weed wearing off on everybody.
Hey man, I got good weed, bro.
Who all did I say? Just
Oh, you named a bunch. You said let me pull it up.
Yeah, because I got all them cats on there.
Well, I mean, look, let's be honest.
Here you go, Cousins, Danny Dimes, Tua.
Yeah.
Everybody in Denver. Sam Darnold, Wentz, Goff, Fitzpatrick, and I said maybe Carr, and I didn't count Andy Dalton or Tannehill.
Which is real, and I'm gonna let Lamar get in here after I say, but that's weird that you said Denver because they pretty much chose Bridgewater over Cam. They pretty much got rid of Cam and gave the contract that Cam could have got to Teddy. Right. And that's kind of weird that you still see Cam as somebody that you would start over Teddy. But go ahead, Lamar.
Well, look, I think this decision that Belichick did wasn't necessarily on Cam's performance in the preseason because we've all had this conversation and right. you jumped on me and said, "Oh, you was just talking about Cam. He looked pretty good that Thursday night," and he did. And I think Cam actually was looking a lot better than what he was doing last year in the preseason. And he was playing number ones in the preseason. Mm-hmm. So this is my shock that he got released is because he's getting all the starts against all preseason, against all number ones. He was getting majority of the number one reps. in practice.
Mm-hmm.
And, Belichick all offseason says Cam is the guy. Cam is the guy.
That's just Belichick, though.
Well, what I know, but of course, what you say and what you do are two different things. I get that. But when all the indications are saying that Cam's the guy, that's why it's a shock to me. But here's where I think it went left. When he got that little COVID little mishap and had to miss like a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what did it. It gave Mac Jones a chance to actually get time and more time with the number ones. That gives you a week of gelling, coming together as a squad. And not only that, he wasn't vaccinated. And believe it or not, and people, you can have your own opinions on getting vaccinated or not. But when it comes to NFL, NFL, it's a liability at this point. Mm-hmm. You can't. And Belichick is about, I need somebody that's going to be consistent and somebody I can always count on. Can you say you can always count on Cam?
We don't know if he's not vaccinated. He just refused to tell you his vaccination status because he said he doesn't have to.
Wait, we'll get to that, Jay. We got two callers on the line. I'm gonna go to Gary with the Sports Cave first. What's up, big dog?
What's going on, guys?
Ain't nothing, man. Chilling.
Hey, man, I couldn't wait for your show tonight because I definitely want to talk about this. I'm a big Cam fan. I'm a big Panthers fan. Mm-hmm. But Lamar, I agree with you 100%. I think it's politics. Mm-hmm. And I think it had to do with the COVID vaccine. Because if you think about it, when you look at it, Mac Jones, number one, he played good. Mac Jones had way more series than Cam did. Cam played really good. I mean, the opportunities that Cam had was way less than Mac Jones. But Cam played good. He was looking like his old self. I mean, he was throwing some good throws, everything. But I think it was more political and this vaccine thing, because if you just kind of notice that how it all kind of played out, if you notice how a couple of Belichick's main guys like Hightower and White and those guys start speaking out on Jones.
Yeah.
So they didn't tell you everything. See, Belichick,
they told you everything.
What he wants you to know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's what I saw. So I didn't see this coming, but it tells me if you're not going to conform to Belichick's way, then you're not going to be there. And we've seen that with Chad Ochocinco. We've seen it with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Randy Moss as well. You're not going to do it Belichick's way. It's Belichick's way or the highway.
And that's interesting that you said that, because that's the same thing that Mangini said when he first got interviewed right after the Cam got missed a time with the COVID. Mm-hmm. He kind of said the same thing, man. And he was like, he was kind of saying in so many words like, this might be the beginning of the end for Cam, man. Mm-hmm. But hey, Sheldon, you on the line too, man. Hey, did Cam get a fair shot, you think?
Yep.
How?
This right here shouldn't have been a shock. Like, why is it a big deal?
Because Cam played well.
Yeah, he did.
When?
He played well. Listen, so when
go
ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What's well?
I get to see how you handle my offense. First of all, Cam only played one series per preseason game.
Exactly.
Right,
hey, bro. Preseason wasn't going to cut it anyway.
So how can you win? How can you win?
Listen, fair. Cam wasn't Patriot material anyway.
Okay, I give you that.
That's a different argument, though. That's a different argument. If you saying that, hey, listen. I'm talking strictly football.
Okay.
I'm talking strictly football.
Okay.
Cam Newton wasn't never New England material as a quarterback.
Okay, you're talking about style of play.
Yeah, he never was. He can't spread that ball around.
You don't think so?
Cam Newton wasn't drafted because he can spread the field. He can throw the ball. Cam Newton was drafted because he won a national championship and he was a big ass
6'9", 250-pound athlete. And at the time, the NFL was all about the run, quarterbacks that can move and bruise something. And matter of fact, football was like that at that time because Tebow was in college, ran his shot early. Cam came behind that doing the same thing, got drafted, came in the league doing that for a couple of years with the Panthers. Then he started to get hurt. Once Denver exposed them in the Super Bowl, Von Miller, it was a wrap, bro. Y'all didn't see that?
Well, see the play on the
And I don't
field.
agree there. I don't agree there.
Well, how you see it, Gary? Because I
Y'all
got my
didn't-
own take.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't agree with that because I'm gonna tell you for the black quarterback, and I'm gonna say this.
Hey,
For the
it ain't a
black quarterback.
bull. Let me it ain't about I don't want to put color. I'm not talking color in politics. Look at New England and look at Cam Newton's style, bro. He wasn't never the option. He just was a gap filler.
I agree with you
Yeah,
there. That's why he kept
was
getting
gonna
1
be
year
a gap
deals.
filler.
Yeah, but
agree with that.
I think everybody can agree that Cam was never the long-term solution. Period.
Right.
No,
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Agree. Totally.
And
But if
we
you feel
talking-
like your future
in
is in the
my-
building,
it's just
then why
my
not go with
opinion.
it?
This is my opinion. Dealing with Bill Belichick, we all know what's long term in New England. Whoever got paid in New England, long term.
Tom.
That's it.
How long it took?
Hey, and Tom and Bill. That's it. Tom and Bill is the only one who's.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, Stephon Gilmore got a contract. Stephon Gilmore. There's
Vince
three
Wilfork.
guys.
And they ready to get rid of him.
Yeah, he's on the pup now.
Yeah, Gronk too. Yeah, Gronk too. So Gary,
Hey,
since Shelton brought up the Super Bowl,
let me finish with this, and I gotta go. Let me finish. With
all right,
this.
go ahead.
Cam got to stop listening to all that damn rap music, man. Hey, no,
It's
hey,
that
man.
damn
Hey,
NBA
Bill
high.
Belichick want to see that man dance on that practice, man. Let's be for real,
Hey,
man.
Bill, hey, the word is Bill loves Cam, man.
I'm not
Bill,
down
be
there.
honest with you, Bill likes
I'm
that
not
kind of
down
stuff. To be straight
Yeah, I'm
with
not
you.
down there. I'm
Yeah,
just making a joke.
yeah, I know. Hey, but
I'm pretty sure Cam a good dude, bro. I'm pretty sure a good guy.
Cam is
all
a good
that.
dude.
Yeah, I'm not down there. I'm not.
He's
down
a good teammate. He's a good teammate, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
my
not down
thing is, I agree with what you're saying to a certain point. And when you're talking about, and what I'm saying about, you were saying about he was drafted because he's big and he can run and stuff like that. But you got to understand something. That's always been a kind of a turnoff for the NFL for a quarterback that can run and stuff. Look at Michael Vick. Look at Lamar Jackson, the stuff that they're giving him right now.
right.
You know, so I don't think that was one of the reasons why he was drafted. Cam was drafted, and they made a system. They built the system according to
Around
Cam
him.
in Carolina. They didn't.
Mhm.
They never came in and said, "Cam, you're going to do it by our way." They built it around it. And
Yeah,
see,
they did.
the whole thing was the reason why New England was wanting Cam is because Brady wasn't a mobile quarterback.
Mm-mm.
Josh Daniels, that's one of the reasons why he drafted Tebow, was because he was mobile and he wanted to do a few things.
Right.
And I think that was a lot of Josh Daniels that was bringing Cam there. Now, like I said, Cam last year didn't have the weapons. You know, the guy had COVID, you know, a lot of other things. Cam hadn't been the same since 2016 season, really, to be honest with you. And you can fault Ron Rivera for a lot of that because Ron Rivera played that man when he was hurt and
Yeah.
he knew he was hurt
Yeah.
for his job.
Yeah. But
keep his job.
Cam
He
wanted
did,
Cam wanted to play too.
Yeah.
Through those
Yeah, he
injuries,
did,
man.
he did.
I mean, you gotta remember this dude got in a car accident. His sports car flipped over 3
Right.
times.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he
He
flipped
played
that
the
truck
next
over.
Sunday.
Yeah.
He did.
You know what I mean? So the dude really is Superman, and I really think this, you know, and it was some political stuff on why he
Mhm.
started his downfall after his MVP season. I think because the Panthers defense was so good,
Mhm.
and Cam Newton in that run game was so good, and they only lost one game that season. And they rolled through the playoffs kind of, and I really
Yes,
thought
they did.
that was their year. But this is my honest opinion, and you can call me whatever you want to call me. I think that the NFL was adamant that Peyton's last year he was going to get a ring. You got this
Bingo.
top.
Bingo. I've been saying it for the longest.
You got this top
Bingo.
3 quarterback of all time.
Bingo.
And all he got to show for is a bunch of yards and 1 Super Bowl, and his little brother got 2, right? And you can't keep spinning that story of how great Peyton Manning was with 1 ring. So they had to give him a last one, even when he couldn't throw 40 yards no more.
So let
He
me
couldn't throw 20.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Can I say
and not
something?
to switch subjects, but what you think the NCAA about to do for Coach K's final year?
Oh, you can't fake.
Oh.
You can't even. They won't even make it to the Final Four. You can't even fake that. That you would have to cheat 30 straight games. You can't do that.
You watch. But the
Cheat the whole season, cuz. Cheat the whole season.
Hey, listen.
Right.
Yeah.
The pick of the week is wrapped around Cam Newton.
They're gonna give everybody COVID.
Yeah.
The pick of the week is Cam Newton will start in the NFL before week 8.
I'm with you on that. You been generous with week 8. I think
I was gonna say 5. I was gonna say
Yeah,
5, but I would say 8.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Who gonna pick? Who
Can I
gonna
say
get
this,
him though?
guys?
Who gonna pick him up?
Yeah. What's up, Gary?
Go ahead.
Can I say this? I'm gonna be honest with you. I personally think, and I'm sure you guys probably disagree with me, but I think the team that he could go to, because we really don't know how healthy the starting quarterback really is Dallas to be a backup.
Dallas.
Because
Everyone said that.
I'm telling you,
Hey,
I'm
but
telling you, man. Jerry
not to
Jones,
cut you off. Dallas, he's going to have to get vaccinated if he goes to Dallas.
No, yeah, exactly. And now I'm
He's
going
gonna
to
ride
say
the
that.
pine.
Now he's going to have to get, because Jerry's about that. You're exactly right, Lamar. I am
Yeah.
getting ready to say that because he's going to have to get, if he's vaccinated or if he's not, whatever, he's going to have to get that because Jerry ain't playing that. Period.
Mhm.
That's
But I think
true.
the best fit for him is Dallas.
Man, that man finna ride the pine. Hey, can I say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask everybody on this phone, what's the landscape of the NFL right now when it comes to an offensive game?
Passing.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask y'all another question. Y'all really think Cam Newton can spread that pill around like that?
It depends on the squad because
Whoa. Hey,
I don't. Hold on.
hey.
It depends on the squad because I don't think Baker Mayfield is all that.
Damn.
But they
He was just with the best coach. He just was with the best coach ever.
exactly, and that would have been a perfect situation. They went and got him 2 tight ends. They went and got him 3 running backs. They went and got him a beast defense. It was perfect for him.
Right.
It was perfect for him.
I mean,
that's my point.
But look at I'm
Whoa.
saying, look at Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady made a career of a dink and dunk, take a shot, dink and dunk, take a shot.
Right.
So if you can put a system around Tom Brady and win that many rings, you can do the same thing with Cam.
Right.
Cam
you know,
not
you
Tom
play
Brady.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can put a system around his style of play. If you got a good defense, and Patriot got a good defense.
What is Cam Newton's style of play?
It's running.
It's he
Run
No,
first.
no.
Cam's style is run first and then take a shot. Come on.
No, we're not going to do that. If his style of play was running, how many times he hit Greg Oaks 100 times in two, 3 straight seasons.
Melvin Wall. This man Cam just had 12 rushing touchdowns last year and had less than 10 throwing touchdowns. And you
Name the
gonna tell
receiving corps
me
for New England last year.
But last year he was
Yeah,
horrible.
I can name the receivers last year.
You was
Jay
there. I was there.
Coltrane, Melvin Wall, Gary from Sports K, Shelton, Silk there, P there, Mama there. Silk there.
make us say, oh.
But they didn't have any receivers. He had nobody to throw that thing to.
But,
Okay, but hold on.
Go ahead, Lamar. Go ahead.
Reason why I hate that argument because that's the same roster that Tom Brady drugged to the playoffs with 12 wins. That's the same roster.
No, it ain't.
How's
Tom
that
Brady
not
had
the
a
same roster?
Tom Brady had a top 10 defense.
That's defense. I'm
That
talking
makes it
about
different.
offense.
That makes a difference.
It does make a defense, but that's the same
No.
offense.
When Tom Brady had that offense, when Tom Brady had those same receivers, everybody was saying Tom Brady was washed. He was done. He couldn't throw the ball anymore. He got a new start in Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl.
Because he got weapons in Tampa Bay.
Hold on, we'll go back to that. We got a caller from Iowa. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, it's Michael LeGrand, man.
Mike, what's up?
y'all
Why
doing?
you got a number from Iowa?
He lived in Iowa.
That's
That's
where I've
where
been
he
living the last 10 years, man.
lived.
You don't.
Hey.
You the only brother out there?
Hey, first of all, don't
Lamar gone.
yeah. Hey, don't
Lamar
diss
left, you
my
know
Iowa. Since I left, Mike is the only brother left. So literally, you could probably count all the people in your household as people that are colored in Iowa.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say on the real, most of the brothers are out here from like Chicago, because it's like 4 hours
Chicago,
away.
Kansas City.
Mhm.
They all migrated here. But no, I was gonna say as far as with Cam, like even when he first came in the career, they had to dumb down the offense. Because his biggest problem is his judgment when it comes to reading defenses, and he always wants the big play. If you look early in his career, he always wants to throw it 20, 30 yards down the field versus doing like Tom Brady does, taking that first option, that dink and dunk, and just working the ball.
Absolutely.
Okay,
You
so
know,
Mike,
it just-
so Mike,
Oh, go ahead.
so that was the knock on him coming in. I mean, he did break Peyton Manning's rookie record, but that's neither here nor there. And then when he was throwing to Steve Smith, just give him one number one receiver and look what he did with Steve Smith, right? And then your great idea of building around this quarterback is, hey, let's get rid of Steve Smith when he still got juice left and give him to Baltimore. And let's just let Cam run, read option. Let's just give him 2 running backs and no receivers. Maybe we'll bring Ted Ginn in. Maybe we'll do that. Ted Ginn has no thumbs. He's out there. He's like Matumbo in the post, right?
Well, hold on. Here's my thing about the Steve Smith thing, because I have a different point of view. I feel in his career with Steve Smith, especially with his personality, like Stevens was like, throw me the ball. I'm always open. And I think that the coaching staff felt that he wouldn't learn to spread the ball if Steve Smith was on that team. And I think that's why they sent Steve out, because they made him realize, okay, now that Steve is not there, I got to learn to throw to other receivers. I got to learn to read through my progressions, and find the best option instead of forcing it.
Hey, here's an idea, Mike. How about pull Steve and your quarterback to the side and say, hey, we're not going to do every time. I mean, that's called coaching. Like you have to
exactly.
and look, and that's the reason why you have to get players that look like, or you have to get coaches that look like these players, that understand them, that can talk to them. How's a grown man getting paid millions of dollars coaching? Their bright idea is say, let's get rid of our talent because we don't think the personalities match with our quarterback. That makes no sense. They got rid of Steve Smith and replaced him with what? Ted Ginn, and they went to a Super Bowl.
You got that jersey back there who they replaced him with.
Well, yeah. We're not gonna talk about the jersey.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, you love that Kelvin Benjamin, don't you?
What's up, show?
Hey, can we talk about today Cam Newton, the one that
Yes.
just got cut
Yes.
today?
We can talk about today's Cam Newton. Let me say one thing. I gotta let Mel and Lamar get in real quick. Let me say one thing. Cam was legit for this squad. They went out and got free agents that would fit well with Cam. He likes the tight end. They went and got 2 of them. He succeeded with running backs when he had D'Angelo Williams and Stewart, and they went and got 3 of them that he can get a ball to, right? And they got a couple of speedy receivers, Aguilar and N'Keal Harry on the side that he can use.
No, whoa. Don't say Speedy and N'Keal Harry in the same sentence, bro.
Well, I'm sorry. Well,
Aguilar,
whoever else they got. But they got and then they went and beefed up their defense. They got all their guys back that sat out last year. So
got Judon.
You got the same dynamic that Carolina had when Cam Newton was successful, times 2.
So why they don't go get him now?
Who? But they did. But then they seen Mac Jones, and then they start putting everything.
Right. They saw a great right hope.
No. I said New England got the same dynamic that Carolina had when they went to the Super Bowl with Cam.
Carolina got a running back right now, right?
But
Yeah.
remember, Carolina is on their BS. They did to Cam Newton for CMC what they did to Steve Smith for Cam Newton.
Done.
They said, Cam, bye. We want CMC to lead this locker room now. And they're only bringing in guys that's going to get behind CMC.
Well, to jump in real quick, I feel like a big part of the reason why they didn't re-sign him, because remember that last year of his contract, they owed him a shit ton of money, but they didn't want to pay a dude that's been injury prone like the 3 years prior to that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? For him to get injured again. And I think that was probably the biggest reason right there why they let him go.
Yeah.
Hey, it was 2 years in a row he didn't play a lot because of injury.
Yes, that's correct.
It's pretty much 2 years.
What's crazy is if you bring them to Carolina right now, they won't have a game that doesn't sell out at home all season.
Facts.
Exactly.
I agree. Yep.
Facts. This would be the perfect time to bring him in now, but now
You can't bring him in with Sam. You
just threw away a whole lot of money on 72 thumbs.
Right.
Yeah. Gary, you're right. That coaching staff don't like Cam, and they didn't feel like
never
he fit.
did, and he was never in their plans.
Right.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
The coaching staff and the owner, because Tepper is a hands-on owner, and that was the whole thing. They never away with him, and I agree with the caller from Iowa about the injuries and stuff. But like I said, again, you've got to fault Rivera for a lot of that. They knew the man was injured. He was a franchise player, and instead of resting him, you continue to play him to save your own butt.
Yeah,
I do agree. I think the coach should have overrode like Cam's willingness to play and say, "Nah, you hurt. Sit down.
Yeah.
Let's get somebody else in here, regardless of how the season might have fared. Keep that man healthy as possible."
Right. That's your
but you just hit on it. The reason why they did play him is because what did you have behind Cam that was going to get wins for that team?
True.
Right.
You didn't have not a damn you had Taylor Heineke, you had Matt Moore at a time, you had Jimmy Clausen at a point in time, and you had a whole bunch of other dudes that probably wouldn't even gave you 3 touchdowns out of 8 possessions. So you had nothing.
He was your best option.
He was your best option.
Right.
Well, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this too. The 2018 season when he got hurt, those first, I want to say the first 6 to 8 games, he was playing at the same par that he was playing in 2015 season. He was playing with the same kind of numbers until he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't remember that, and they forget about that. But that's the truth.
I got a true Carolina Panthers fan on the phone, man. Dino, what's up, man?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
I know you got some. I know you got some heat, man. I'm just shut up, man. Go ahead. I've been reading your comments.
They try to throw my boy out, man. My boy said Cam don't fit the Bill Belichick and the Patriots offense, but Cam is so gifted, man. You could put him in any play style, playbook, whatever it is you want to use, whether it be spread, pro style offense, is going to be efficient with Cam, regardless of who you have out there with him. Whether you have a big name receiver or a little name receiver, regardless of who you have with him, he's going to be efficient because that's just how gifted Cam Newton is.
Right. I agree, man. I think highly of Cam, man. I really do, man. And I understand everybody be like, "Oh man," but he don't throw it like Peyton Manning. It ain't on the rope. It ain't always accurate. I get that.
Every quarterback is different. Everybody has their own form of style. We didn't say that about Brett Favre when he was competing with Peyton and Tom.
Yeah, he's
one of the greatest.
Call him a gunslinger.
Right. Brett Favre just throw the ball up there.
That was a double standard.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
We gotta stop treating our black quarterbacks like that, man. They pushing them out, and I feel bad.
Amen.
Is there any black? Is there any black gunslingers, or you got to be of the other?
Right behind you.
No.
Right behind you.
What? Like we gave Brett Favre gunslinger, we gave Phillip Rivers dunk. Like,
But they don't call him a
much,
gunslinger though.
hey, pretty much
That's
if you're a big quarterback with a
Yeah,
big
they call him a
arm,
magician.
and you throw in the traffic and you throw a lot of picks, we call it a gunslinger.
Right.
Unless he's black. If you're black, then you're just not a good quarterback.
Nah, yeah, they call him a sitting duck, lame duck is what they call him if you black.
Hey, you know something? If you really think about it, when it's just like with the black quarterback, when Michael Vick was running and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you think about it, it's always been like that. Because when Steve Young, when
Mhm.
Fran Tarkenton, Roger Staubach, when they all did it, what was it called? Oh, they're keeping the defenses honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mhm.
exactly what it was called.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes him such a valuable player. But when Michael Vick started doing it, when you had Randall Cunningham doing it, you had all the black quarterbacks. Oh no, that's just not good. We're looking for a pocket quarterback. It's different standards.
It is.
That's
It
fact.
is.
Completely different.
But-
Completely different.
But the quarterback that quarterback prototypical quarterback they're looking for, it doesn't just discriminate against black quarterbacks. It discriminates against anybody who don't fit the mold. I remember when I used to be a Buffalo fan back in middle school or whatever, right? And I remember when Doug Flutie
Mhm.
was moving that daggone football, moving the chains, right?
Mhm.
But they had just
Oh, you talking about
drafted
Mr.
a kid-
Flutie Flakes?
Yeah, they had just drafted a kid that fit the prototypical quarterback. He was 6'4", 6'5", huge, strong arm. Rob Johnson.
Mhm.
And Johnson was trash. And I remember he got
And they
hurt,
traded for him.
and they put Flutie in, and Flutie went on like a 5-6 game run, and they made the playoffs late.
Right.
And then Rob Johnson came back a week before the playoffs, and Wade Phillips, dumb self, took the quarterback out who got them to the playoffs because he wanted a big arm, and Rob Johnson stunk it up. I think that might have been the Music City Miracle game too.
That was
Yeah.
a big miracle.
But so yeah, that's that prototypical quarterback they're looking for. If you don't fit it, whether you short or you're not 6'4", you don't have a huge arm, you gonna get played, man.
Mhm.
Hey, it's funny you saying prototype, and just to piggyback off that, Mel, just look at what New England's prototype been the last 20 years. What prototype fits that prototype? Either Mac Jones or Cam. Mac Jones fits that bill
I mean, yeah,
just as close as possible.
From Bledsoe on down to Brady.
But I think that's still unfair to say because we've only seen Cam Newton in spread offense. We've never seen Cam come out of a pro style offense or anything different other than the spread or a wing.
Well,
No,
okay.
and that's fair. But what I'm saying is,
if y'all sat back and watch, if when Cam did play, why is it that they was in a pro style offense? That's not his offense. That's not something he's comfortable with. But he started getting the hang of it.
Yeah, he did. You talking about with North Turner? Yeah.
They started playing in the preseason. He started getting the hang of it. He started looking good. So to answer that question, is it a fair? Does he have a fair chance? No. We don't even know what Mac Jones is going to look like in an official NFL game. We don't know.
We do. We do know he's going to look like Tom Brady standing back there in that jersey. It's going to sell jersey. It's going to look,
especially in Boston. Hey,
right, right.
Hey,
I mean, that's the sad truth, though. That's the sad
that
truth.
is.
I think
It has nothing to do with football talent at all.
Real quick, Mel and Lamar. The comment that's on the screen now: winning cures all. It's not a black or white thing at all. And then the second comment is when Vic came into the league, everyone said Vic was electrifying. So
because he was.
Do you agree that it's never a black and white thing when we're dealing with quarterback?
No, I don't agree with that.
No,
I don't agree with that. Now, to his point, winning may help, in the argument. So if you start winning, they may not comment as much on you, but they still gonna say something about. There's still gonna be something there. I mean, look at Randall Cunningham. They went 15-1 that year. They're still like he's running too much. They still have something to say about Randall Cunningham.
Lamar Jackson is a very
Lamar
good
Jackson.
You took it right out of my mouth. Lamar Jackson as a starter is like 30-8, if I remember correctly, and they still find ways to nitpick at him.
Right.
So it's to me, I hate to say it, you know, black quarterbacks, you literally have to go like above and beyond to not get that criticism.
Right. And I agree with that.
Hold on. Let me, if I can jump in real quick on that with the Lamar thing.
Okay.
Like, because I watched him at Louisville and stuff like that. I think with Lamar, the things that nitpicked about him, like he's a good dude. If you ever listen to this dude, he is a bona fide great dude. But there are holes in his game, you know, and that's been exposed. That's been exposed in the playoffs. That there is warranted criticism there for his style of game. Because I think he's more of a runner than Cam ever was.
Let me say this. The argument, we're not arguing that players in general, whether black or white, does not deserve criticism. That's not the argument.
Okay, gotcha.
So, you know what I'm saying? The argument is the type of criticism, and when you compare it to their white counterparts. You know, just like earlier,
there's definitely more pressure on them to
just like the argument, just like the comment we talked about, the gunslinger comment. You know, when Brett Favre was throwing all the interceptions, he's a gunslinger. But typically, when a black quarterback do the same thing, he's just making a mistake, or he's terrible, he's horrible, whatever adjective they put on it, and they don't give him that. They don't give him that same, you know, criticism of he being a gunslinger. And I think that's more of to the argument. Now, even like when Lamar and I on our show, we criticize everybody. You know, because it's about, you know, that's just what, you know, we don't care who it is, because if you deserve criticism, you deserve criticism.
You deserve it.
And I think but I don't think the argument is about the criticism, it's about the type of criticism and the fairness of the criticism.
I mean, if we're gonna be honest, the black counterpart to Brett Favre is Jameis Winston.
Ooh. I was just about to bring that up. About to bring that up.
They have the same exact. You know?
Only thing James do got to get it ring. That's it.
Hey, James get a ring. Now shut up. If James get a ring, you'll leave him alone a little bit.
Hey, you know what it reminds me of when people criticize black quarterbacks for running a lot? It reminds me of the fish in the ocean that complained about the first mermaid that got out and walked on two legs. That's if you got legs, use them.
That's real. That's real. If I'm playing somebody in basketball,
can you imagine?
Point that was brought to my attention, fellas.
What's that?
Same topic, just a different party. Why is it everybody named they starting quarterbacks except Chicago?
Oh no, they did. They named.
No, they did. Dalton.
Yeah, they did.
Quarterback.
They named Dalton.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Okay, who would y'all? Who?
Hold on. We get it. Let me bring.
It's easy, not Andy Dalton.
Let me bring Cass.
Anybody but Andy.
Cass, what's up? We got a new caller. Go ahead, Cass.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
What's going on, bro?
What's up, Cass?
I evacuated. My black ass got out of Louisiana.
Good.
Start that up. But it is good to have a lifted truck. Lord, it came in handy. But yeah. But I was the person that made the comment about. It's not about a black or white thing. It's more of a like you said, winning cures all things. So I was trying to hopefully come in as soon as I put my comment up there, so I can defend what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
I think, since we are of people of color, we're going to pay attention to the criticism of our race a little bit more than others. Because just how we were saying, like, the black counterpart to a Brett Favre nowadays, you would have said Jameis Winston. But the highest interception total that Jameis Winston threw up in an individual season before this year was 14. So, I mean,
right.
He 30 for 30.
That's what you would want to label him, as a gunslinger. I mean, he is. That's what he is. But I wanted to get back to this whole. Anytime someone brings up something, especially specifically with race, you can always hear someone say, "Well, Randall Cunningham." I didn't pay attention to Randall Cunningham when he was playing football. I wasn't as aware of football when he was playing football. So I'm not going to speak on the situation of a quarterback in the 80s and 90s. Shit, wasn't he playing up in like the Negro Football League? But look, my whole I don't know if y'all know this, but they didn't like Hank Aaron a lot neither. So I mean, are we like at what point are we going to just say, all right, we're going to stop it here because I think I see fairness with our black quarterbacks. Because
how old are you, real quick?
I'm 34.
Okay, got you.
All right then. All right, back to what I was saying.
Are we gonna walk?
Yeah. So my whole point of saying this, if do you not hear you don't hear no criticism of Pat Mahomes, right? Right, because he's efficient. I remember when Ryan Tannehill was playing with the Dolphins when he first came into the league. What they were saying about him? Oh, he's a gunslinger. And what happened to him? They kicked his ass out of there. I mean, there's always people that they're saying is a gunslinger, but we are in a more of a efficient league than what it was when Brett Favre was playing. Having a TD to interception ratio of 2-to-1 was actually a pretty good thing back then.
Hey, Cass.
Let you have a 2-to-1 interception ratio now.
So
Okay,
let me back it up though, Cass. Let me back it up though. So I get your point, right? How Pat Mahomes is not getting criticized, right? But Pat Mahomes is not being.
Chiefs fans criticize him. I criticize his ass. He gets
well, yeah. he get criticized
Everybody.
He human. But I'm saying, he doesn't have the stigma of being a quarterback that uses his legs a lot. Yes, he does scramble so he can get a pass off. He'll dance around in the pocket. He moves well back there, right? But ultimately, he's still trying to pass the thing because his number one weapon is his arm and his accuracy, and he can make every throw and all that stuff, right? He can do it on the run too. So he's not getting criticized as being a runner. We're talking about quarterbacks who can throw it, but they're more dangerous when running, right? Those quarterbacks are the ones that get criticized unjustly, unfairly, and they want you to fit a certain mold just because you play a position. Can I play it the way I play it to my strengths? I don't have to play it the way you have a prototype in your head. I don't have to play it like that because my strengths are different than your strengths.
Hey, let's be honest, Coach.
Shaq one-on-one in basketball.
So for my rebuttal for that is because someone mentioned that when I stated that. Oh, Lamar Jackson went 30-something and 8 in the regular season. How many playoff games did he win? That running mantra is going to be nullified once you can only make 1-2 reads.
Hold on, you got to go deeper. You got to go deeper than that and see who beat him in the playoffs. Because last I checked, the quarterback who had no legs and probably one of the best arms was Peyton Manning, and he couldn't get past the Patriots for years. Who's putting Lamar Jackson out? Is it the team that's ultimately going to the Super Bowl? Is it Pat Mahomes?
Why you say that man ain't had no legs though?
He didn't.
He got a pair of legs. They're there.
Regardless of who you're saying putting him out,
he couldn't.
Herm Edwards said best: "You play to win the game." It's not me. Like, argue with your GM if a specific team is putting you out, man. I'm just putting this out there. And from the last I recall, didn't you win money in the regular season when last time Baltimore played the Chiefs? So don't get mad at me because y'all can't beat a specific team.
No. Cass, what I'm saying is you're trying to equate losing in the playoffs to being a running quarterback, and I'm giving you an example of a quarterback who didn't run, who always lost in the playoffs. It has nothing to do with whether you run or whether you pass. You have to look at all.
Got to the Super Bowl
how long did it take though? He had to do all types of stuff to get past Peyton Manning. I mean, get past Tom Brady in the Patriots.
I don't know if with that same mindset though. A lot of people have to do a lot of. That's just like Jordan and those 6 years.
Cash, you all over the place, Cash. I'm just trying to make one point. I'm just trying to nail down one point. I'm trying to nail down one.
Hold on, man. Hold on. So essentially, what he's saying is with the running quarterbacks. Let's say you was playing one-on-one against Shaq, and you're playing basketball against Shaq, and you're telling Shaquille O'Neal, "Don't back me down." Well, that's a part of the game. Just because he's better at that part of the game, you don't want him to use that part because you're trying to level the playing field. That's the stigma against running quarterbacks that don't stay out the pocket, who can also throw. Now, a running quarterback who can't throw, you're not a quarterback because you can't throw.
Right.
So we're talking about guys who have a big time arm or at least a decent arm and also got wheels, and how that is frowned upon in the National Football League.
Right. And Lamar and Mel and then Dino, since he's the Panthers fan, I want y'all to respond to this one though, because Jay just said, something about leveling the playing field when it's dealing with running quarterbacks, right? I think the NFL also has leveled the playing field so those type of quarterbacks can't dominate, because I remember Cam Newton complaining for 2 straight years that, hey, when I become a runner, they're not treating me like a quarterback with the flags. They're letting them hit me any type of way.
Especially the year after the Super Bowl.
Especially the year after the Super Bowl.
He was getting knocked around.
Dino, speak to that, because I know you was watching those games, and then
understand that statement was brought up even before Cam Newton. Michael Vick had a hard time fighting the league with this.
Exactly.
Yep. Donovan McNabb slowed down from fighting with this. This been a big thing. Steve McNair, name any black quarterback that get out the pocket. They don't look after them. They don't. They're not gonna throw that flag. Even Pat Mahomes,
Been like that for years.
they hesitant. They know he's the next best thing, but they hesitant with that flag.
Yeah,
it's tough, man.
Yeah.
I agree with Cam. They don't look at us the same.
Yeah,
But that's with anything. Just think about just how they say when they changed the rule for sacking a quarterback, you can't land on top of him. As a defensive player, I got to think, this is a quarterback. I can't hit him so hard. Nah, you're trying to create a turnover. So you're going to hit him regardless of whoever it is. I mean, shoot, if we want to talk about being hit out while you're running, you remember what Sean Taylor did to the punter for a Pro Bowl game?
And it was legal. He was allowed.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Even though he's being hit hard, it's still a legal hit.
And guess what? There was no flag. That's the crazy. It was Pro Bowl, but the respect for Sean Taylor. Come on, man. We talking about Sean Taylor.
Right.
You could be a no-name out there and literally in the black quarterback's career and probably won't get flagged for it, bro. For real. Come on.
Right, but that's what I'm saying towards the point that that's for anyone that runs outside the pocket. It's not a black or white thing.
It is. We're all agreeing that it is.
I'm 53 years old.
But this is the thing,
and I've seen this thing. I'm 53 years old. I've seen this thing.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, hold on. Gary was saying something. Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead, Gary.
Man, I'm 53 years old, and I have seen this thing when Greek said the stuff that he said about the black quarterbacks and stuff. Give me the Greek. I know y'all got to him. What he said about the black quarterback. I've seen this stuff with Doug Williams. I seen him when he was at Tampa. I remember when there was an Orange Ocean at Tampa. How they treated him at Tampa. So I'm telling you, yes. I mean, in a perfect world, we want to all say, yes, everybody's treated the same. But this is not a perfect world we're living in. And it's not a perfect league. And it's not treated the same. And black quarterbacks are judged differently from white quarterbacks. It's just like you said, Mel, just like a gunslinger. Jameis Winston, Brett Favre. But Brett Favre is a gunslinger.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mel. Respond to that.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, I respect what you're saying, Cass. I really do. And I see what you're saying. But I'm telling you, it's a little. It's some difference in there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mel.
I agree that it's a difference, and I think what Cash, you just kind of look at from a bigger picture. You trying to like hone in on this one idea, but what we all saying is that if you look at it from the running quarterback, just look at it from a running quarterback who are predominantly black quarterbacks.
That's facts.
So if you take it from that, they come out with these different rules, or allow different things to happen, or different criticisms based on the fact they trying to level that athlete so that other athletes who might be not look like them can compete.
They can have a chance.
Yeah.
I
But
just
you
wanted
couldn't
to.
hit Steve Young the way you hit Cam Newton.
Right. It was a couple times Steve Young got hit and they throwing flags.
Mm-hmm.
Flags. And then you can't. Let me say this right quick. And Cam was a big guy, and they try to say, oh, because his size, he should be able to absorb that punishment. My thing is, if you're gonna put in rules to protect quarterbacks, and because this quarterback happened to be able to run and is a bigger quarterback, you got to treat him the same way. You got to let him have those same rules and have those same, benefits because he's a quarterback.
But this is the thing. I never heard Paul Tagliabue. No. Roger Goodell. I never heard. I can't even think of the NFLPA, the black guy. I never ever heard that
Smith.
From him. I only hear this coming from people that does this that we're doing for ESPN. I never heard that coming from a legal official. So it's just
You're
like
not gonna hear that though. I mean, just because you never heard him call him a nigga, don't mean he never said it.
You also mentioned the fact.
Come on.
You also mentioned the fact that the typical black person is. I mean, the average black quarterback is a running quarterback.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
Shit,
Listen to it. This is what I said. This is what I said. Well, I mean, before you quote me, make sure you get to quote White. What I said is predominantly, not typically. There's a difference between saying predominantly and typically. Those are two different things. Typically, that means other people can be included in this. I mean, maybe something predominantly. That means other people can be included in this. The run that runs are the black quarterback. That means outside of that, there are black quarterbacks that don't run. And that means outside of that, there are white quarterbacks that can run. Josh Allen is one.
Hey, look. The NFL want the black quarterbacks to look like Teddy Bridgewater. We don't want you to run. We want you to be efficient passer.
Go ahead.
Wait, you say dominantly?
I said predominantly. Not dominantly.
Predominantly. All right.
Yes.
Predominantly. However you want to look at that adjective, however you want to look at it. Predominantly typically means more than often. So if you're going to say I'm going to use what you're saying.
Go ahead.
All right. Scratch that shit. All right. That's just going back to saying, let's just say if there's 10 black quarterbacks. I want to speak specifically on black quarterbacks. If there's 10 black quarterbacks, of that 10, how many you think can run the football? Use their leg.
Wait, where are we going with this?
Just answer my question.
Because we gotta move. But the only point he's making is that, hey, you don't have to purposely say this rule goes for black quarterbacks. When you say this rule goes for running quarterbacks, then you really getting all the black ones because most of the running quarterbacks are black. That's all he's saying. It's more than one way to skin a cat. I can be unfair against you, but I can make this rule for running quarterbacks. You get what I'm saying? It's just a way around how they're doing it. And they wasn't treating running quarterbacks the same because when they got out of the pocket, they was getting hit all in the head. Even when Cam was sliding, they get blasted. They not calling it, hey, you a big guy, and then after the Super Bowl, and this is my opinion, here's another conspiracy theory for you. When Cam Newton complained after the Super Bowl because they was tearing his head up in that Super Bowl too, and they wasn't calling nothing, and he complained about it after the game. The NFL's message to Cam is shut your black butt up. And when that season came back, the next season, the first 8 games, Cam was getting killed, and they wasn't throwing no flags. That was just another way of them saying to shut up. And we were going to let you be the face of the league, but not now.
I just want to jump in real quick because I got to let you guys go. I just want to kind of like what we were talking about, how the rules are different. Look at how they've protected Tom Brady over the years.
Right.
Remember the year he got injured? I think it was like 2011 or something like that. And they completely changed. They completely changed the rule on how we hit quarterbacks, how we take down quarterbacks. But and I get what Cass is saying, but at the same time, it's like they're just like Mel said, is like Newton is out here running and still getting lit up like he's a freaking running back and stuff like that. and it's just not equal. We're not getting that equal treatment.
That's facts. It's undeniable.
And I'm gonna let you guys go, man. I definitely appreciate y'all letting me call in.
I
Man.
appreciate
Hey,
you,
man.
man.
Appreciate you,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Have a
Yeah,
good
y'all
night.
take care, man.
You too.
All right, so Lamar, bring us in, man. How do we think Mac is gonna do now that Cam is out, man? We did an hour on Cam. Ooh. So, how do you think?
We didn't even get to the funniest story of the day.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get
that's
to
next. That's next.
Yeah.
We gotta
Look.
touch Bishop Sycamore, man. Hey, real quick.
Now I'm
Mac
gonna keep it.
Jones,
I'm
man.
gonna keep it short and simple.
Well,
Mac
hold on.
Jones,
Before you go, remember, first game is I think Miami.
Miami.
They got
Miami.
the Jets
Sure.
twice within the first 5 games. I
Yeah.
don't think they got a challenge
Why
until
you
like
mention the Jets?
I don't even know.
That's-
So
Not a challenge. What you mean, man?
he ain't what challenge they got in the first 5 games.
Well, no, you
Miami,
got
now Miami gonna be a
No,
Miami
no.
gonna be a game.
No, no.
That's rivalry.
Oh yeah, that Miami do got a nice defense, but
Yeah,
come
they
on,
got a
man,
nice
let's
defense,
do it.
man.
All right,
Okay.
so
Rivalry. You know, anything can happen in any rivalry game. We know that.
That's true.
It's rival. It's just different. It's just a different game.
That's true.
And that's week 1. That's the tone setter.
Mm.
Bama versus Bama. That's a tough one, man. Miami. And yeah.
All right, Lamar, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Look, Mac Jones fits New England's prototype of a quarterback.
Yes.
He's going to be the closest thing to Tom Brady besides getting Tom Brady. He's going to make offensive play calling for Josh McDaniels easy. He's going to be efficient with ball. He's going to take care of the football, and that's what Belichick likes. With him being buddies with Nick Saban, he knows what he's getting with Mac Jones. Period. Now, are they going to? Yeah. They look. They can compete for a wild card. They're not going to get the division, and I'll leave it at that.
Bro, Jay got on a Kansas City Snuggie.
He got the
I'm done, man.
My Snuggie.
They got the
Snuggie.
Nigga broke out the shawl.
First of all, it's not a Snuggie at all. But second of all,
nigga, is that a cardigan?
Now listen, man, because y'all need to know this. I'm sitting right beside this air conditioner that I have set on 71. And I don't know where my remote is, so it's cool to shit in here.
Oh yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. And he'll sit right by the vent. That's why I always got a sweatshirt on, and Lamar being a t-shirt.
Boy, y'all stupid, man. All right, man. How you think this gonna turn out, man? First 5 games, man. How Mac and Cheese gonna do?
Hey, they got Tampa Bay in that first 5.
Okay,
that's an L.
Yeah.
And now, hold on, man. I'm gonna go down the schedule. So they start with Miami. They got Miami at home.
Okay.
And they go on the road to the Jets. They get New Orleans, Tampa Bay back to back at home. Go to Houston, Dallas.
They give me the first 5 because I ain't gonna remember all that. Nigga.
All right. Well, Miami at home, Jets away, New Orleans, Tampa Bay back to back at home, and then Houston on the road.
So, my bad. I ain't see that Tampa Bay.
Houston is in talks with Cam Newton.
Go ahead.
That'll be interesting.
Well, they should better beat Houston. You know, they get Cam, they might have a better chance of winning, but they should better beat Houston. They should better beat the Jets. Miami gonna be a dogfight. They're gonna lose to Tampa Bay.
I got them going 3-2 in the first 5. 3-2 in the first 5.
Yeah, at most 3-2. More than likely 2-3.
So what is success going to look like for Mac then?
Wild card.
He just needs to play well.
I don't think
not
wild
worry about the record.
Yeah, I think that for the first year.
Now that defense back intact. They'll make the playoffs probably. Because all he's asked to do is not lose the game.
No Stephon Gilmore until
for the first 7. Week 7, yeah.
No Stephon Gilmore, so that defense hurts a lot.
Damn, Chris 1-4. Ooh.
Chris said 1-4. If they get off to that start, man, we go have a lot to talk about on this show about. I can't wait the next week start, man. Yeah, I can't wait.
Man, that division's been on the rise for the past few years. We've seen it. 2 years coming out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
who rising? Buffalo?
Oh my goodness, they have the Bills in their division.
They got the Bills, but
and who else?
I mean,
man, I don't know. Not this. Yeah, not focus on the record this year. Just go ahead and get settled in, brother.
All right. Let's move to the Bishop Sycamore story.
Ooh, Cam might go to Bishop Sycamore.
He might.
Ain't no age limit.
Hey, Gary, did you see the story? Hey, Gary, did you see this Bishop Sycamore story? Oh, Gary, gone. Hey, so I'll bring it up, man. When I first seen this thing, man, I heard the commentators talking about it when it was like 30. That was 30-0, and by then, the people that was calling the game realized we got tricked. Like this team ain't ready. I mean, they weren't even lining up right on defense.
They was getting waxed.
It was bad, bro.
They was getting waxed by IMG.
Exactly. And the commentators was like, at this point, we're concerned for the player's safety. Because you got people out there playing with these kids are almost at the next level. They high school, but they almost at the next level. They hitting right. Mm-hmm. They doing every, you get what I'm saying? And
they all D1 recruits.
Right. You just can't throw anybody out there and have them playing full speed football. He was like, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Right.
So
dude, like every time I turned to it, they were scoring again. Like I got that on this turn, and it was a pick six for no reason. I was like, what the hell? And at that point, it was like 44-0. I was like, yo, what in the world is going on? I said to myself, why did they even put this on ESPN? So I don't know. I didn't know it was a backstory until today.
Yeah, but how does ESPN, who's supposed to be the leader in sports, not do their homework on each of the schools that they're going to showcase? Like they should have known for a fact. Like let's dot our I's, cross our T's, make sure that before we even put this on air, before we even send a crew to go film, interview, anything, let's make sure this school's legit. All those majority of those high school teams that ESPN puts on their shows or showcase, they know what they're gonna get. You know exactly you're gonna get at least 2 or 3 guys on that team that's gonna be a D1 recruit, easily top 300 player.
Well, to be fair, this was like the beginning of the season, so they're going off of last year's record and or what was submitted last year as last year's record. You know what I'm saying? So, and for the other school, like if you're playing nobodies and winning, you might think you're ready.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for IMG.
Jay, did you see the article?
I'm reading the article. Man, that was the best read I've had in the last 10 years, bro.
Made me laugh.
Just hilarious because, like Buddy said, when he got there was not even a building to go to school in.
What?
Yeah. So he was like, they lived in a hotel for 5 months. Well, this dude, Buddy, who telling the story,
they did the Umar Johnson.
Yo.
How do you get that?
I'm sorry, Dr. Umar. My bad.
But they hold on real quick. The views and thoughts.
Here's number one. Here's number one disclaimer. We got one. I'm almost halfway to 2. There we go.
Hey, I don't know what I missed. I was trying to get Chris on the line real quick, but real quick, I got you on, Chris. But let me say this, right? I don't know if y'all mentioned it, but I read the article. They interviewed a guy that played for them before. Did y'all see that article?
Mm-mm.
Bro, you got to read that article, man. He was like, man, I got recruited there my junior year. I showed up there my junior year. He said they lived in a hotel from June to August without going to no school. He said the coach had 30 coaches on the team at the beginning of the season. When they realized they wasn't getting paid, by the end of it, they only had 2 coaches. Right? Wow. They said he said in the interview that the coach paid for everything with bounce checks. So that's probably why he got the
they had the right term called a bishop. They doing a church dance.
He also said, "Who got me echo? Who got me echo?
Ain't me and mine's turned down.
Yeah.
Daggone Jay got that phone. Yeah, that was Jay phone. Hey, so look, so no, I'm still echoing.
I was on mute, my guy. It wasn't me. No, that's one of the people you called are listening. One of the listeners.
Hey, if you on the phone and you still listening to us on YouTube, turn YouTube off.
Just turn the volume down.
Right. So it's no echo. So, but like I said, so in the interview, he also said, what he said
there was no school.
No
living in a hotel. The dude was writing bad checks. The head coach, he was the athletic director at the time. He was writing bad checks for the hotel stay.
Right.
Wow.
5 months. They went to the library one time.
Right.
And they like just keep telling your mom you're going to school and tell her to start next week.
And he said he was the only high schooler there. He said everybody else was 19, 20. That's crazy, man.
They probably was 21 getting drunk in the locker room.
Go ahead, Chris.
So I had read up on it a little bit when I first seen the story because I was like, I thought it was just like some Facebook bullshit. So I read up on it, right? So the coach actually has an active arrest warrant for a domestic violence charge. Not to mention, he's got over $100,000 owed to hotels, like you said, because they was living in the hotels. And everybody on the team is JUCO dropouts.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I read that too. Hey, Bishop Sycamore's last chance, you baby. That's all it is.
I can't believe that happened.
The thing about it is what's crazy is this is not the first time IMG has played them. They played them last year.
What?
Oh really?
Oh,
well, they use it as a warm-up game.
Right.
Hey, you know the only thing that is amazing as this story is the one I heard about the kid that he got he played basketball, he was pretty good, but he went back to high school and enrolled. I think this dude was 21, 22, maybe 23.
He was
went back to high school.
He was 28.
Okay.
He might have been older than that. I'll send y'all the story later.
And was hooping.
Was out there killing. Made all conference, all
that stuff, man. And how he got away with it is it was right after Katrina. He showed up at a high school and was like, "Hey, I'm displaced. I don't have none of my documents, birth certificate, none of that. We lost all that in Katrina." And he enrolled himself with no parent, right? Because it was chaos, right? It was a lot of stuff going on. And he said he was hooping for like the whole season, and they just happened to play this other team. And his old AAU coach was in the audience.
Wow.
You can't make that shit up, bro.
No, but hold on. That's not the worst part of the story. So once they like, hey, hold on, this is a grown man. Now he gets in trouble because he has a girlfriend at the high school as well.
You doing an R. Kelly?
Beating cheeks.
Yeah, man. But when they was talking about that coach in the school or whatever, they also like the first few weeks or whatever, they was getting money from a church, so they also defrauded a church too to add to the list of.
They call Bishop.
Exactly. But, and look, I call it poetic justice because the church been defrauding us for decades. So
that's another subject for another show. That's a rabbit hole
podcast.
Number two. There we go.
All suggestions and views and opinions of our panelists are that of their own. We here at the Man Down Podcast do not ever.
Dino, where you at? Dino,
look. In conjunction with IOW Sports, we don't.
How did Bishop Sycamore even get that far into the national TV process?
So it was another school back in 18. So they've only been around for 3 years. I guess the coach
they're not even OHSAA certified.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
you have to investigate. IBM a little bit too. What's the school called?
IMG.
IMG. You got to check into them too, because like Jay said, they played them before, and I bet the coaches got some type of dealings with each other. Like he probably was like, look, we can get y'all in here. They off our clout. That's the only way ESPN sign up. Okay, if they playing them and we know they legit, okay, we ain't got to check all this stuff.
And if you're the coach, if you're the coach,
the thing is, Bishop Sycamore had a record last year. They went 0-6. They had a legit record. I mean, as legit as 0-6 can get. But like, so they play people. It's just like, but to go against a team
they not now
as high caliber as IMG.
I don't know, bro.
And the crazy part is how they got students is they was told them that they would be filmed for a Netflix series and everything. Like,
facts.
Dude, it was elaborate, but
most elaborate lie you ever heard of.
But they never practiced. They've played. There was an accusation that they played 2 games in 3 days. They, like, just because you're a grown man, you can't beat these kids, man. If they're athletes, like, you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If that happened in my where I was living, and I had a little bit of time on, I'm off work, whatnot. If that was me,
I'm about to go sign up.
I would have went out there. I wouldn't went to the game, but I definitely would have practiced with them every day and went out there and hit the pads and all that stuff. I would have done it.
Hey, damn what y'all talking about. I'm about to go sign on the Bishop Sycamore right now.
Y'all taking people?
I'm about to go sign on right now. Get my chance to go D1, and then I'm gonna go get drafted at 34 years old. You damn right.
I used to be a receiver. They probably put me at nose guard on the high school team.
Hey, I know I could be an All-American D line. If I can't push these kids around.
Hey, y'all remember in high school that was the joke, like because the football players on game day you wear your jerseys, right? So you got all the girls looking at you, but this is the way skinny dudes with clown dudes is just on the squad. As soon as they walk by, they be like, "O-line." The girls don't know. They look at him like, "Oh, he got the football jersey. He's a football player." And then we're just nope, O-line. He don't get the ball.
hey, Mel, we was worse when we be like JV.
Now, JV wore their jerseys on Thursday. You knew who they were. Yeah, the way your jersey.
Now, hey, you can't wear your jersey on Friday, bro. You damn sure ain't playing, bro.
And they had the jerseys that the team played in like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
right.
They didn't get
the new ones. Water boy.
They out there with pennies on.
But this school, like, where did they like football equipment? Not cheap. Where the hell they get? He probably owed them for that too.
He probably wrote a check for that too.
Hey man, charge it to the game, baby.
Right.
Though.
Hey, he charged it all to the game, Mel.
Can you still write a check in 2021 and the system not tell you instantly that it's fraudulent?
Bro, 50 Cent said Kurt Franklin need to get it for robbing God's people, man. Look, I don't feel bad for no church that gave no money up, because I'm telling you, man, them churches grimy. I ain't telling you. Man.
Hey,
I don't
talk
feel
about
bad.
the building. Talk about the building fund, Mel.
They got the building fund. Hey, they always collecting the building fund. Ain't changed the doorknob on the motherfucking building. What the damn?
Hey man, look, the faucet's still leaky. Ain't got no hot water.
They never said what they was building. See, y'all missed that. They never said what they was building.
Now they building your hope in tomorrow, bro.
They were building a lie.
He said building the pastor's portfolio. hey, bro.
Wait a minute. We here at Man Down do not condone.
Number 3.
we in church and every month was special. And by special, I mean they was asking for money. I'm like, okay, pastor's birthday, got it. All right. First lady's birthday. Okay, got it. Pastor and first lady's church anniversary. Right? Yeah, the church anniversary. Pastor and first lady anniversary. Mother's Day,
Father's Day,
Father's Day.
No, not Father's Day. They don't give a damn about us on Father's Day.
Missionary Day.
No, but you got to get the pastor right on Father's Day.
Yeah, yeah, him something. For
Right.
Father's Day.
Give him a whole new suit.
The pastor getting all the booty. He good.
Right, and I'm sitting there thinking like y'all putting all this money in the plate.
Allegedly,
Nigga,
for
you
First
getting
Lady.
ass and ass, nigga. You got it going on.
Allegedly.
Hey, look,
The thoughts and views of our panelists does not reflect the man down in conjunction with IOW Sports.
look.
They are solely
I knew
individual opinions.
Look, I knew churches was up to something when I seen the ATM in one.
Oh yeah, right.
He was in Texas, wasn't you?
Listen, here in North Carolina, they got a whole. Not only do they got an ATM, they got a whole Starbucks in the lobby with a sign in the daggone drinking where it say no food or drink. Nigga, you selling the food and
You
drink.
selling the food, right?
Right. Yeah, it's out of control.
Either that. You
It's out of
selling
control.
it before church.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's
look,
get the AFC.
I don't go to
East real quick.
churches. I don't go to churches if they take up more than 4 offerings. It's too much.
Mm.
I don't go to churches unless they're selling chicken.
Somebody got to boy, y'all. Hey, look, let's move. Let's really quick hit the AFC East schedule.
All right.
and let's do some predictions on what we think is gonna happen, man. First and foremost, I think, and y'all can disagree, but
when you say that, you about to say something. We about to
Right, you gotta lean back in my chair.
Yeah.
I think I really do think New England's defense and run game will have them in the hunt for first place in the division. Go ahead.
Absolutely not.
They're not beating
Absolutely
Buffalo.
not.
They're not beating Buffalo.
I'll tell you this right now. The AFC East is shaping up with Buffalo winning and Miami with the wild card and New England on the outside looking in.
Yep. I'm with you on that.
I'm not sold on Tua yet.
Are we strictly talking about the East right now?
Yeah.
I like Buffalo.
I like Buffalo.
Well, let's look at the schedule. Let's look at Buffalo's schedule.
All right.
I don't have the graphic, Lamar. It's on you for the schedule.
I got you. So
you like, hey, pull up the
Make yourself useful, nigga.
Give us 4 games at a time.
My bad. All right. So first 4, Buffalo. They have Pittsburgh at home.
Okay.
Week 2 at Miami.
Okay.
Week 3 versus Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
Week 4 versus Houston.
3-1.
3-1.
4-0.
Oh.
3-1.
The only way Washington beats Buffalo is if that line can wreak havoc back there. If Josh Allen can figure out a way to tame that line.
Before you continue, brother, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell everybody. That line is not great. Case Young is great. One man. All right. That's one man. Who else they got?
Well,
Sweat.
Even with that logic,
Sweat. Yeah, Sweat.
You still proving my 4-0.
Hey, they got 2 Alabama boys that's starting on that line.
Now, I would say the game that they are in most danger of losing would be the Pittsburgh game week 1.
For game 1, Pittsburgh will get that game.
1.
Yeah.
No.
Pittsburgh getting that game.
Come on, did you not see what Buffalo did to him in that late game in the season last year?
No,
Buffalo.
Big Ben. Look, hey, Mel, back me up.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
You want me to laugh for you?
You expect me to trust old ass Big Ben and TikTok Juju to beat Buffalo?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
They're doing the same thing New England's doing. Is they're taking more and more weight off the quarterback's shoulder, and they're running the ball and they're playing defense. They're going to run Najee Harris
to the ground.
Najee Harris look good though. He do look good.
Yeah. They go run him. I don't know who their backup is.
And coming out the backfield catching.
I just
get him out the backfield.
They don't do Najee Harris like New York did Saquon Barkley.
Well, you got 2 years.
But New York had nothing.
That's the plan.
They're gonna run Najee.
That's what they plan to him. gonna run the black off the bottom of it.
Hey, that works good for fantasy. I'll take it.
And do you still trust Big Man's accuracy?
Yes.
This year?
Yes.
I
You
never
look good,
trusted
man.
Big Ben's accuracy ever.
Yes.
Except for if he was. Never mind. I ain't gonna do it.
Yes.
Hey, but hold on. Wait.
Hey, don't do it.
Hey, but look, y'all forgetting about Pittsburgh. They retooled their whole offensive line, and they lost key people on that O line. Now, if you talking about going against Buffalo, I don't know about that one, player.
You just traded. I mean, they just traded a piece off of their D line to the Panthers. Darryl Johnson.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this, man. So who's lining up with Stephon Diggs?
I don't know, but if Stephon Diggs don't score 7 touchdowns, they losing to Pittsburgh. All right, the next folks.
What?
Yeah. Pittsburgh got to blow them out, man. Go ahead.
All right. So week 5 at Kansas City, week 6 at Tennessee, week 7 bye, week 8 versus Miami, week 9 at Jacksonville.
They win 2 of those games.
2-2.
That's 2-2. That's 2-2.
So they lose to KC and who else?
They lose to Tennessee too.
I got them at 5-3.
They lose to Tennessee because Derrick Henry gonna have 167,297 yards.
That's tough, man.
Hey, man, Derrick Henry gonna run through him like a
Hey, you know what?
run
You
through
know
high
what?
school.
You know what? Here's what I think. I
kill
think they're gonna lose to Kansas City. They're gonna lose to Kansas City for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're gonna steal that one against Tennessee. But they're gonna drop the one to Miami.
My thing about Miami,
would Deshaun Watson be Miami quarterback by then?
if
Deshaun Watson got to hope he can play at all. What are you talking about? He got to make sure he can play. Period.
The Miami owners
He gonna
trying
play.
to get him right now.
Miami gonna play. I mean, Deshaun gonna play, man. He gonna play.
It will
not
be
in
in
Miami.
Miami by then. Y'all think real quick.
Yeah, facts, Dino. Facts. Nah, Tua gonna be that quarterback come that game. And they gonna, of course, they're gonna beat Jacksonville because what the fuck is over there?
Right. They'll beat Jacksonville.
I'm gonna take Buffalo against KC.
You're gonna take everybody against KC until we
Matter of fact, man, put the cash app up. We 5 Kansas City 20. No. I want you to put your money where your mouth is.
Never gonna bet.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Mel, let me ask you why. Mel, let me ask you why you got Buffalo over Kansas City.
I'm just big on
Picking against
game.
Kansas City.
What? No.
Yep.
2 things. I keep my eye on trap games, and I keep my eye on games where it's like, marquee, and those are the ones that actually kind of shock people, man. Those marquee games don't always go the way you expect them to go, and then there's a lot of trap games out there. Just like you just picked a trap game against Miami.
Let me ask you this: do you think that game against Buffalo is a game that Kansas City needs to lose in order to maintain that championship hunger?
It's always something that's supposed to wake them up early. It might not be a loss. It might just be a eye opener. Maybe they get exposed somehow. But
like the game shouldn't be as close as it is. Type deal.
I think them guys got enough footage from Tampa in February to be hungry. Trust me.
The only thing I say about that game is Buffalo trying to revenge that loss they did in a championship game.
I agree, and
that's the only thing I say they got going for them. They might hang their hat on that and say, "Hey, look, remember what they did to us in the championship game."
And that's all well and fine. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all sleep on Kansas City's defense this year, y'all doing yourselves a huge disservice.
Please sleep on that defense.
Please.
Nobody's sleeping on them. Nobody's sleeping on them.
So let's go to the next division. Let's
it
talk
takes
about
a lot of movement. It takes a lot of moving parts to go 17-0.
No. We look. I'm not going to try to speak for you, Jay.
Let's talk about that division.
As a Chiefs fan, I'm not expecting premier defense. If you give Patrick Mahomes in our offense just at least a 15th ranked defense, 10 to 15th ranked defense, you might as well book them in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, man! Such a homer, man.
and-
Such
and-
a homer.
And then
Bro, you gotta deal with
I
this.
appreciate
all the
I
time, bro. I
appreciate the
just
love
shaking my head.
for your team,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
You gotta understand, man. Kansas City used to give up a lot of points, even with that great defense that they had.
Bro,
It was the offense that
Agreed.
kept winning them games.
Kansas City defense
I
is the
agree.
equivalent of giving it up on the first night. That's exactly what that
Kansas
is.
City
Hey, and guess what, Mel?
The
Hey,
holes
guess
be
what?
wide open.
Yes.
And guess what?
anytime.
And guess what? And guess what, Mel? Hoes that give it up on the first night still get the red and wing.
Red.
Still get the wedding ring.
Listen,
Still get the wedding
Yeah,
ring.
they get it. 'Cause
You know why?
They get
You
it
know
red
why?
wing because it's on
'Cause
my
of-
finger going in their hole.
listen.
That's how they get in the red wing.
Case in point, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 years ago, but it was a primetime game, Monday or Thursday. It was the Chiefs versus the Rams.
Three
They
years
put
ago,
up over
Monday Night
100
Football.
points combined.
Yeah, I mean, I get you.
That defense is not even there anymore. The
Not
defensive
even
coordinator,
close.
nobody.
Not even close.
Nah.
Yeah,
Mm.
like
That's a totally revamped defense. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I'm telling
like
you.
they were middle. They were middle of the field last year. They'll be better than that
This
now.
year.
The
I
defense
believe
look
it.
better this year. I give them that. It does look better.
I believe it. All right, so let's speed it up a little bit because we got 3 more teams. Lamar, tell me what your prediction is for Buffalo, and tell me what games you see them losing.
Right there, Carl.
I got Buffalo actually going 13-4. I got them losing to Washington football team, Kansas City. I got them losing to Tampa Bay, and New England's going to steal one from them.
Oh, I don't know if New England. If Cam was there, I probably would have believed it. I don't think New England. Oh, that's
Because I'm giving them the edge with Belichick. Belichick will find a way to slow down Josh Allen in one of those 2 games. He's gonna find a way to slow him down. And here's my biggest thing. I'm looking for Buffalo to actually play defense this year because that's what they went in the draft. They went more defensive heavy. Some of their pickups and free agency was more towards the defense because we know what they got on offense. Now they have on offense. You need Josh Allen to recreate the magic of last year, be around the 64-65% completion percentage, but they got to run the ball. If they just do what they did last year and just rely on Josh Allen, they'll be stuck in that same rut of getting to the playoffs and getting bounced out.
I get them boys at most 12-5. They'll lose to Kansas City. They'll lose to Tennessee. They'll lose to Tampa Bay. And they'll lose maybe 2. They'll split. They'll lose 2 division games.
Miami and New England.
I got.
Well, how long, Chris? Since you just a phone caller, you don't get to give me a.
That's pretty jacked up.
Hey, you got hold on. Let me get the panel first. So Mel,
Yeah.
comment on this. This is okay. So this is what I'm thinking, right? First of all, who's Buffalo's running back?
Singletary. Yeah.
Singletary, and their backup is Moss that played at Utah.
Right.
Okay, so they don't have a running back. Okay, so
no.
Hey, it is as much of a evil genius as Belichick is.
Okay.
Do you think part of him having Cam there was to study a way to stop Josh Allen?
Possibly. I never looked at it that way.
I wouldn't put it past Belichick. No, if it's another coach, I'd be like, you full of it. But since it's Belichick, I wouldn't put it past him.
I don't.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I wanna say, and the reason why I said New England can actually probably battle them for number 1. I think they're gonna have a better season than what we think they're gonna have, and I think Buffalo is not gonna have as good of a season as we think they're gonna have. So I kind of think the Patriots can win 10 games, so they can be like 10-7, and I'm picking Buffalo to win like 11 games. So that means it's gonna come down to the wire because they can be flip flop. Maybe the Patriots win 11 and Buffalo win 10. I don't know, but I'm picking Buffalo to lose 6 or 5 or 6, and I'm picking the Patriots to be right behind it. But go ahead and comment on that, and then we'll get the phone callers' thoughts too.
So speaking to your Patriot comment, the biggest wild card, of course, is Mac Jones. You know, but I always refer to Trent Dilfer. If the Ravens can win with Trent Dilfer, anybody can win. And New England has a pretty good defense. So if Mac can get in there and not turn the ball over, then possibly they can win 10 games. But he the wild card. But I think that, speaking of Buffalo's schedule, I think one of the games they may lose. Well, I gotta go down to it. What do I say? The Colts. I think the Colts might beat them. Colts got a good defense. Colts got a good defense, and I'm just kind of a good running game. It's just to see what Wentz gonna do, and I think Wentz being there, and they talking about with what's the nigga name? The coach.
Frank Wright.
Frank Wright. Thank you. Yeah. And they reuniting, he may be better. So I think we don't sleep on the Colts. So they lose the Colts game, they're gonna split with Miami. I think they're gonna beat Miami once, but I think Miami gonna take a game from them. So I think they can probably lose about 5 games.
Yeah, 12-5.
I think about 12-5. I think they go 12-5.
Okay. All right, Chris, go ahead.
I got the Bills. If they start the starters all the way through 14-3.
Boy, stop.
Oh, wow.
They ain't winning no 14 games.
He said, "Boy, stop."
And here's why. I only have them losing to Kansas City.
Okay.
Miami gonna steal one, and Tampa Bay.
I think Colts gonna get them.
I think the only way they go 13-4 is if, like I said, they sit the starters and the Falcons or the Jets steal one of those last 2 games.
Now, don't say Jets. Don't say Jets.
Jets ain't. The Jets is not winning nothing.
Listen, when you have teams led by
only way the Jets gonna win, they play Bishop Sycamore.
Hey, look, unless a team is led by somebody like Belichick, Dungy, them dudes, like when you got that type of coach that's so super focused and really good at helping his teams minimize mistakes, with a quarterback who is also geared toward minimizing mistakes, and a good defense, and that the team is well put together. Those are the teams that you can look at their schedule and say, yeah, they go beat all the teams they supposed to beat. But for teams that are up and coming and led by a quarterback that's young, somewhat inconsistent, a new coach that's only been coaching 3-4 years, you can count on them dropping some games they're not supposed to drop.
Okay, who you referring to?
I'm referring to Buffalo. I don't, because Chris picked them to only win 3 games, only to the teams that they supposed to lose to. Tampa, KC, and well, I guess Miami is the game they go drop. They go drop more than one game. It's going to be probably 2 or 3 teams that's going to beat them that they should lose to.
Gonna beat them. Yeah, we're gonna beat them.
Yeah, that too.
So Tennessee got a chance to beat them.
The Panthers sending the team out this year.
Listen. Sam Darnold ain't beating nothing if he's still seeing ghosts.
You still talking offense. Nobody heard you. I'm predicting the Panthers defense to be top 5.
I watched them in the preseason. They actually look really good on defense.
Defense. No disrespect to the Panthers, Dino. No disrespect, because I haven't been watching y'all like that. No, hold on. Let me finish. You fucking suck. We don't even have a kicker right now. We just got rid of all our kickers and our receivers. We fucking suck.
Go East on the Lions, man.
Because I'm not watching the Panthers like that, because I'm not a Panthers fan. I really can't say too much about the defense. All I can say is I can guarantee I can name 5 defenses better than the Panthers defense right now.
Name them. If you're not watching them, how can you name them? But I'm gonna let you name them. Name them.
Tampa Bay, Los Angeles Rams, New Orleans, Seattle, and Cleveland.
Okay. Seattle and New Orleans. That's what you went with.
Hey, but New Orleans actually do got a defense though.
I mean, the Ravens got a defense better than theirs.
Hey, Chris, this is what I'm gonna do for you. Right? This is what I'm gonna do for you. First of all, send me your cash app. Right. Second of all, the Panthers defense, and you can mark my word, the Panthers defense will score more points than your quarterback. Cash out. Cash out.
There go Mel being Mel. There go Mel being Mel.
Cash out. Cash out. Cash out. No, I don't want him to cash out. Cash out. Cash out. Cash out.
Hey, who is this squad, yo?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Detroit.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Shit.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Man, hold on, bro.
Let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this. I'm about to give y'all a real quick breakdown of the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm not betting no money on this nigga.
I'm not either.
I don't care if the bet is what color uniforms they come out on game day with. I'm not betting on these niggas.
They might mess that up for real.
When I tell you I read today that they don't have a kicker, we don't have a kicker.
They got rid of all their kickers.
Hey, y'all can get Bishop Sycamore. Y'all can get Bishop Sycamore. Y'all can get Bishop Sycamore.
I'm gonna say, look. I'm gonna say this though. Our defense looks like it's improved, but then they sucked anyway, so anything is an improvement. But I do like the direction they move in.
Lions fan?
Yeah, he from Detroit. His name is Detroit Man.
Oh, my brother, what's happening? What's going on?
What up, though? What up, though?
Lions fans can't even believe there's other Lions.
Jay, you wrong. Oh, Jay, you wrong.
That's that excitement you have when you're on the yard and you see your boy just got locked up. Right.
Hey, by myself. I ain't the only one getting fucked.
It's only so few of us, man.
Oh, shoot, you back. That ain't nothing to be excited about.
We back, baby.
So let me ask. Okay, we got 2 Lion fans on the phone. So
on Earth, go ahead.
Maybe one of y'all can answer this question. The statement Detroit versus everybody, did that include Detroit too? Like, is it Detroit versus Detroit as well? Because
when it comes to sports, yes.
Okay, bet. Because I don't see a winning franchise.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. For the last 15 years, Detroit sports has been shooting themselves in the fucking foot. Whether it be the Tigers, whether it be the Lions, whether it be the Red Wings, the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? The Red Wings was the last team to win the fucking Michigan and Michigan State. Like the fuck. Listen.
Look, man.
I don't know what it is. Like the whole state is in a rebuild, but we've been rebuilding for a decade and a half.
Hey, y'all got something to hang your hat on.
5 years ago, Michigan Tech won a college hockey.
Hey, y'all Michigan fans, Detroit fans, y'all little league team just won. Hang your hat on that.
I got something else for y'all have y'all got a really good winning quarterback from Michigan that's carrying the league up right now.
Tom Brady.
Not Chad Henne.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Come on, man. Come on. Y'all be here roasting on us, man.
Chris. Hey, LaCour. Cash out, brother. Cash out. Hey.
I'm not betting.
Okay. Hey, if Detroit wins, what you got them winning this year? How many?
4. Man, so I'm gonna tell y'all a quick joke. So I got Madden 22, right? And I'm doing the career mode, and I got my quarterback, whatever. Every game, I'm watching the ticker at the bottom every week, right? And so the first game of the season, listen, I shit you not, bro. And I believe the record that they got. And listen to me, right? So the first game of the season was against the 49ers. We lost. The second game of the season was against Green Bay, and we won. And then we lost every game after that for the rest of the season. And I promise you,
2016.
2016.
Okay, so I got to look at that schedule, but I'm gonna go. I play spades, so I'm gonna go a blind 5, right?
You think we're gonna win 5 games?
I'm going blind 5. Right?
I said 4.
Let me go board. Let me go board. I'm gonna go board.
Yeah,
Go board.
No, you
4 teams
if
is
you
more
go
better than.
hold on. If you go blind, you got to go 5, right? Or more.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
be
just going
board.
board because I can only think of 4 teams that Detroit could possibly play, and I know all 4 of them are not on their schedule.
Okay, let's go board then.
Let me tell you.
Hold on, Chris, because I want to put this bet down, and then we gotta move to the other team so we can end it. Right?
I'm not betting on the Lions.
Bro, just listen to the bet. Just listen to the bet. It ain't no money.
All right.
If the Lions win 4 games, which is more than what you think they gonna win. If they win 4, you have to start an all Detroit Lions podcast.
Okay.
That's easy.
Okay. All right.
Bet.
I like that.
Hold on, I got to come up with something for if they go under 4 games.
Then if they go under 4, then you
they're
have
right
to
where they're supposed to be.
You have to go. You have to be the co-host to Dino's All Panthers podcast. Either way, you start the podcast.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet.
All right, bet.
But real quick, let me tell you these first 5 games. Just the first 5, real quick. You ready?
Yeah.
The 49ers
Lost.
The Packers
lost.
The Ravens
Lost.
Oh, Jesus.
The Bears
Lost.
You can still
Not so fast.
that
Not so fast. Not so
Andy
fast.
Dalton's still playing.
Andy Dalton
Not so
quarterback.
fast.
Yeah.
Not so fast.
Let me say this though. Let me say this. They always play Green Bay tough.
They're gonna
Yes, they do.
They're gonna
I
beat
will,
Chicago.
Yes.
They're gonna beat Chicago.
Now, you think? No, I don't think
If
so.
Justin Fields is playing, no, they're not.
I don't care
If
who
Andy
they
Dalton is playing,
Khalil Mack
if
ain't
Andy Dalton is playing, we can still win. And you know what? To be honest with you, Andy Dalton might still be starting by week 3 or week 4. That's week 4. Andy Dalton still might be starting.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. You look. Matt Nagy needs to save his job. He's already putting it in jeopardy by making Andy Dalton a starter. It's already in jeopardy.
His job is over with. Dead man walking.
Dead man walking.
Hey, we probably got time for one more of the AFC East, man. Who should it be? Should it be New England or should it be let's not do the Jets.
Miami.
Let's not do the Jets.
Miami.
You want to do Miami?
Yeah, let's do Miami.
Yeah, do
All right, let's
Miami.
do Miami. Go ahead.
Because they were really nice last year and went 10-6 and missed the playoffs. I want to see how they build on that.
Okay.
By
Let's
not
go
winning
Miami.
10 games this year.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. So you just want me to go 4 for 4? 4 scores?
Yeah.
All right.
Before you do Miami, just remember Trick Daddy is from Miami.
He love the kids. All right.
Trick love the kids, right?
Trick,
Yeah.
Trick said he get 8 out.
Trick Daddy aged like milk, boy. I question if that man. That man looked like a hot daggone mess, man. Yeah.
That man was on the Drink Champs and said he get 8 out.
Oh,
wow.
That was this week.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? That makes sense because if I was a girl, I would rather kiss his booty than kiss his face. That nigga face look like. He's so ugly, man. He just.
And what's crazy is dude asked him, he was like, would you get your legs pinned up or whatever? And he
said it depends. Yo.
I don't know. I didn't want to hear that interview. That man booty look better than his face, though, man. Them girls come in, don't skip straight past his face and kiss his. You know what? Go ahead.
Hey, Trick Daddy looked like he smelled like conch fritters and pickle juice.
Man, Trick Daddy. Man, like he can pull his skin off his face.
I gotta throw a disclaimer on myself. These views and thoughts of Wildcard are only slowly reflect me. They don't reflect Man Down or IOW Sports.
Man,
Anyway,
this dude done took a whole, hey, while we was discussing Cam, that dude took 2 blunts to the head.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
all right. So, force for a game for Miami at New England versus Buffalo, at Las Vegas Raiders versus Indianapolis Colts. First 4.
2 and 2.
I had picked New England to beat Miami, didn't I?
Yeah,
I
think so. Yeah.
So you said New England. Who else?
New England at New England week 1 versus Buffalo week 2, at Las Vegas week 3, week 4 versus Indy.
They might be.
I see that being 3-1 at the best.
2 and 2.
They 1-3.
3-1.
I got a 1-3.
I got a 1-3 too.
They'll get that win against the Raiders.
The Raiders go beat them.
What?
The Raiders go beat them.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
No, Bill got to say that because he picked the Raiders that had 12 wins. So he got to every time he hit the Raiders,
he got to justify that shit.
Right.
He got to justify that.
I don't see them winning no 12 games.
Nah, not in the next 3 years combined.
Right.
Mark my words. Mark my words.
I'm marking it.
Mark my words.
I ain't believing it.
If the Raiders win 12 games, you gotta get Trick Daddy face tattooed on your hand. and every time you get a girl phone number, I want you to put your hand on your face and talk to her with Trick Daddy face on your. That's what I want you to do.
Am I getting my ass ate out too? Is that part of the deal?
Hey, Jamel, imagine beating your meat with Trick Daddy on your hand.
Oh,
hey, man. What's the next 4 games, man?
I use the other hand.
What's next, man?
All right, week 5 at Tampa Bay, week 6 at Jacksonville.
That's a win.
Week 7 versus ATL, week 8 at Buffalo.
They win one of those.
They win 2 of those, man.
Yeah, now they won 2.
They could beat Atlanta and Jacksonville.
Atlanta be gelling by the end.
They be who?
I got to win the
They be gelling. They still don't have an offensive line, but don't worry about it.
No. Atlanta will be gelling like mud gelling like Dr. Shows. That's as much gelling as they're gonna get, bro.
Nah, I believe in Ridley and Pitts, bro.
What defense though?
Yeah, what defense?
Don't worry about no defense.
They not worried about either.
What defense? Yeah, they ain't worried about that shit either.
It's Tua. He'll give you the ball twice a game.
Yeah.
I will say I'm not sure about
that. Listen, you can believe in Ridley and Pitts all you want to, but Matt Ryan got to get the ball to them in the first place.
Oh, he can get the ball to him.
That defense, Miami defense, pretty good.
Matt Ryan, the only quarterback in the league that do the Statue of Liberty every play. That man is not.
Damn, what's stupid, man.
That man got the mobility of a house phone.
That's a tough.
That's a tough stretch. Wow. Mobility of a house phone. Wow.
Matty, how you think going? He can't go nowhere, boy.
Can't go nowhere.
He be mad at the offensive line. They're like, bruh, it don't matter if we done block that knot. Your ass is not getting out there pocket.
Hey, that's a tough 8 weeks, man. Y'all sure Miami gonna be second in the division?
So
Miami, man, that's tough.
Look, I got Miami going 9-8.
Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, that New England go.
I got them at 9 losses. We only win the 8 games. I got them at 9 losses already.
Come on, man. Come on, Jay.
Jay, you was wilding right now, bro.
Jay got me crying over here, bro.
Because
they gotta play. Look, they gotta play.
I am crying.
No, they lost. Look, go through the 8 games again real quick. They lost to Buffalo twice. They lost to Tampa Bay. Atlanta may get them.
They got Vegas.
Atlanta.
They'll lose to Vegas.
They got the Colts.
They'll lose to the Colts.
They're gonna beat Jacksonville.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah. They right now they beat Jacksonville.
I had to beat Atlanta.
They're gonna beat Atlanta. They're gonna beat Atlanta. They're gonna beat Jacksonville.
Atlanta's a toss up. Trust me. Trust me, Atlanta's not a.
Well, it is the ATL, so
yeah. They'll beat the Jets. They'll beat right now. They got the Jets and they got Jacksonville. What's the back half of their season look like?
So you got them going 2-6 in the first 8.
I got them going
maybe 3 and 5.
I got them.
I like 3 and 5.
Yeah, I'm at
3 and 5 is
too.
respectable.
Yeah, I'm at 3 and 5.
What's the next for Lamar?
Tua that much respect.
All right, so
I just worry about Tua. That's it.
I mean, Tua is something to worry about. He is. I mean,
Miami got a good defense.
I
like their running back.
Tua went 6-2 as a starter last year.
No, Miami went 6-2. Tua
was in and out.
Right. Hey, anytime a quarterback gets pulled in a 1-possession game for Ryan Fitzpatrick, there's question marks on it, period.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
What's the next one?
Who else you got, man?
Go ahead, Lamar.
All right. Week 9 versus Houston. Week 10 versus Baltimore.
Lost.
Week 11, New York Jets. Week 12, Carolina.
They get two out of those.
What two you got? 2-2.
Baltimore and Carolina.
On the loss,
Baltimore and
Carolina.
Now they might beat Carolina.
They might beat Carolina.
Yeah, they could
get that in on us. We play.
I think they might be. I mean, it's a possibility they can beat them. They're not beating Baltimore.
Depends on the momentum of Carolina. That's a throw up. That's
okay.
Yeah, that's a tough like Atlanta.
Where is that?
They beating Atlanta, Jay. Remember they beating Atlanta.
But hold on. You got to remember, Brian Flores has seen Sam Darnold for the last 3 years. He don't care if he changed his uniform. He can still get a defensive scheme with that good Miami defense to beat the Panthers.
True. Sam Darnold played the Dolphins twice a year
for the last 3 years. So I think they could get Carolina on that.
Nah, what was he doing? Being a little league? What was Sam Darnold at?
He was seeing ghosts, bro.
What was he at though?
Hurt?
Hey, Sam Darnold goes so surprise y'all.
Man, come on, man.
Come on, Jay. You can't say that on count because Sam Darnold's tendencies will still transfer over to Carolina, whether he changes his jersey or not.
Man, listen.
The Jets made Le'Veon Bell look like a running
washed up.
Just made him look bad. The Jets is just bad.
Man, what's the last 5, bro? I'm not even gonna argue.
All right, week 13 versus New York Giants. Week 14, they get a bye. Week 15, home against the Jets. Week 16 at New Orleans. Week 17 at Tennessee, and they finish up the season versus the Patriots.
They lose the last 2, but they win the 3 before that.
I got them winning the first 2 and losing the last 3.
I really don't have to beat the Giants for some reason.
Yeah, they'll beat the Giants. They'll beat the Giants easy.
Saquon looking good.
I only see them losing on Tennessee. They'll win the rest of them games.
Yeah, Saquon looking really good, man. Him and Odell is looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that Giants game? Is it in Miami or is it in New York?
It's in Miami.
Jersey.
It's in Miami.
This boy said Jersey. Jersey.
Well, he right because the stadium is in Jersey, but
yeah, it is.
That man gonna get that in every chance he get.
Miami
every time.
Miami go make that Giants game look like the Locks versus Dipset.
I'm outside.
It's gonna look like a bunch of seasoned pros against a bunch of coke heads. That's what it's gonna look like.
Hey, so I'm gonna throw it out. So what's everybody's overall record? I got Miami at least getting 9 and 8.
I got it the other way around. I got them 8 and 9.
Let me see. I go back to it.
I'll give them 8 and 8.
7 and 10.
Jesus. 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna give him 8-1.
7.
8-1.
No one in the history of predicting schedules
is gonna throw a tie in there.
Predicted a tie. It's never happened.
Hold on. Who do you give a tie to? Like, what team did you hear pop in your head tie? That's a
it was Atlanta. He gonna capture it.
Come on, man.
That's a tie.
I'm playing devil's advocate, man.
I can't, man.
But real talk, if Miami make a switch at quarterback, if they go away from Tua, they can go 10-7. They can be 7-10, or they can go 10-7.
They're going 9-8.
That's a tough man. I don't know.
Is it so? Do you think Deshaun Watson makes that 10-17?
Oh yeah, you get Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is worth 3 wins to Miami by himself.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
No argument there. No argument there.
And plus Miami get it. They Masai probably get the best hand job, so he'll be good.
But keep in mind, so let me ask you this. Deshaun Watson is still under contract, right? So they would have to
Robert Kraft about Miami.
Right. So they got his nut towel on the wall.
but real talk. You put Cam Newton, you start Cam Newton week 5 there. They still go 10-7.
Okay.
Easy.
That's fair. I
mean,
because
the problem is Tua.
Yeah, the problem is Tua. He's the wild card.
Anytime you get pulled for Ryan Fitzpatrick in a 1-possession game, and it wasn't just one time, it was at least 3 occasions last year he got pulled in a 1-possession game. They're not sold on him. But here's a good thing for Miami. They still have good draft capital. So even if they feel that Tua isn't the guy, they can still get the draft capital to go into the draft either next year or the year next to go and get a quarterback.
We'll find out what Tua made of, man. It's possible he might come out and shock us and look good, man. I want him to, but I was rooting for him last year. I don't think he played horrible, man. I just don't understand why Miami pulled him out. What was it?
They didn't give him a chance. They didn't give him a chance.
Tua need to do what The Rock and Roman Reigns and the Usos did.
What's that?
Go to WWE. Get the hell out of football.
Come on, man. Do better than that, man.
Come on, Jay.
Do better than that, man.
Hey, just give it all up.
It's quick time.
Call Vince. See if Vince hiring Tua.
All right.
Hey Vince, I can help you sell tickets, bro.
Real quick, man, before we roll out, man. Hey, Chris and Dino, I appreciate y'all calling. Everybody else who called and everybody who tuned in.
Appreciate y'all.
No doubt, man. You know it's all love, man.
No doubt, man.
All
For
right.
sure. Hey, don't forget Sports Cave, man. Hey, you see my little spinning helmet behind me, Dino, that Carolina Panthers helmet?
Yeah, it ain't spinning because it's a Carolina Panthers helmet, bro. It ain't doing what it's supposed to do.
No, I
Ain't got it turned on.
I tell it to stop spinning when I talk, but you see it's rotating. But all that stuff is courtesy of Sports Cave, man. Whatever you see me, any sports stuff you see me with is in the background or on my head or whatever.
Except for that Benjamin jersey.
Yeah, you might as well turn that into toilet paper.
Yeah, man. Go check them out. Sports Cave 310 on IG.
The Padres had his fly though. I ain't gonna handle that.
Mm-hmm.
And look, their storefront is on Camp Pendleton's base. If you ever out there.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Wow, I wish I see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely check them out though. Still getting.
Yeah, check that out.
Ain't nothing but a few hours.
Yeah, and then also ILW Network, check them out as well, man. So I'll let y'all plug the podcast. Go ahead, Lamar. Mel.
Yeah, you can check myself, Wildcard Martin, in Detroit Mail every Monday and Thursday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the IOW Sports. Our website is www.ioftenwonder19.com. That's the website. And then, of course, most importantly, go and get the IOW Network app in your respective app stores.
Right.
And Mel has frozen, a frozen Negro.
Don't worry about it. I got it from here. Also,
Go ahead.
The return of Therapeutic Rap coming back real soon.
Yeah.
We own it, Therapeutic Rap. We can hear you, but we can't.
Yeah, I'm still.
You ain't back. You still frozen.
Still frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look like them Chinese movies and martial arts movies where you talk,
right,
and your lips ain't moving.
Deadly venoms.
Man, but we thank each and every one of y'all, man, for checking us out tonight. As always, each and every Tuesday. This coming week, throughout the week, just be looking for us, man. We're gonna touch on other divisions, polls, and keep it rolling. As always, man, thank you guys, man. Tune in, like, subscribe, share, YouTube, everywhere, all that, man. We out.
All right. Peace.